I'm Ben with the BTC Sessions, and this is your Bullish Bit brought to you by BITREFILL.com, your one-stop shop for living on a Bitcoin standard. Sign up and grab gift cards for eSIMs, gaming, e-commerce, your travel needs, food, and much more, and you can buy them all with Bitcoin and Lightning. Sign up today and use code BTC Sessions 10 for some special perks.
I am very bullish on the states. And when I say the states, I mean the United States. Currently, as we sit today, we have members of Congress, Elizabeth Warren, for those of you that are wondering which one I'm pointing my finger at, who are trying to backdoor ban your access to Bitcoin through banning self-custody, through banning your access to mine. And we fundamentally believe that we have to do everything possible to stop this. Self-custody should not only be a right, it's something that needs to be vehemently defended, because if you can't self-custody Bitcoin, then you always are only owning an IOU to Bitcoin. So Satoshi Action Fund has been dialing in its efforts to be able to protect fundamental Bitcoin rights. And we've been doing this through the states. Fortunately, we have this little thing called the 10th Amendment, where the federal government cannot force states to enforce their laws, which means, good example, cannabis industry. Take a look at what's happened to the cannabis industry over the last decade or more, and you've seen this play out in real time. And we want to pursue that exact same strategy here in America. We want to protect your fundamental right to self-custody, to mine Bitcoin, to run a node, to run a Lightning node, to operate on Lightning. And we're going to be doing this by passing laws at the state level. Last year in 2023, Satoshi Action was able to pass into law our Right to Mine bill. This was really a very just simplified version. It was one part of the new bill we'll be passing here in 2024, but it really just said you can't discriminate against Bitcoin miners. These guys are allowed to legally operate in your state, in your jurisdiction. We passed that law into effect in Montana and Arkansas. And since then, we've just been building on the momentum. In 2023, we were facing FTX collapses, $17,000 Bitcoin, and a variety of other scammers getting exposed, and people really started to question, is Bitcoin going to survive? Obviously, the people in this room, the people in this chat know better. We know it was going to survive, but imagine trying to convince a lawmaker to pass a law when, FTX is in the middle of a collapse. That was a very difficult time, but we were able to do it. And now in 2024, it's a totally different story. Not only do we have our bill passed in 2 states now, so we have the momentum of wins behind our back, we've got 40,000 plus Bitcoin. We've got ETFs being approved. And we also have peer-reviewed research to back up a lot of the claims that we have been making as an organization. In 2023, we realized we needed more research, so we launched a research arm called Satoshi Action Education. We brought on an academic with 20 years of academic experience, and we just started writing papers. We wrote a paper on how Bitcoin mining is good for the grid. We wrote a paper on how Bitcoin mining is, we helped on a paper. I shouldn't say we wrote it. We helped on a paper about how Bitcoin mining is good for renewables. We're also working on a paper that proves that Bitcoin mining is very good for mitigating methane emissions. And all of these papers, really, the ultimate point of them is to go to lawmakers and say, listen, we're not crazy. These amazing, incredible features of Bitcoin are real and they are possible. And we've proved it through credible evidence-backed research. We could be active in up to 15 states now in the USA in 2024. But yeah, bullish on the states, bullish on what they're accomplishing, and pushing back on the federal government with protections for Bitcoiners so that we can at least keep some Bitcoiners here and we don't lose them all to El Salvador.